Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we are passing in the blessing month of Ramadan. This is the most blessing month that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave a gift to the Muslim Ummah. And you all know that why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives such a beautiful month of Ramadan. This is a month that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want us to connect with Him. And how we can connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? We can connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the Quran. Because Quran is the guidance, is the book of guidance that reveal on Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam for the guidance of the whole humanity. And this is the best month. Then you feel yourself, right? You feel yourself in this month that something new happened. You are too much involved in the masajid, going to the prayer, reading the Quran, calling the guest to your home for the iftar parties. And there too much rahmah and the blessing is going on this whole month. Masajid are full. Alhamdulillah, nowadays is very much full. And this is something that we have to really see during this month. I want to thanks also to all my sponsors, because without their sponsorship, it's not possible for us to really organize such a beautiful tournament of Ramadan Quiz Voice 2024. Today we have a two team in the semi-final match, and today is a Palestine Panther, which is sponsored by Auto Emporium. Parvez Akhtar Bhai, I want to thank you once again from the bottom of my heart that your generous support and the sponsorship. I really thankful to you. I want to thank ICNA Relief Canada, who come forward to help out Bellville Buraaqs this year, and they are sponsored by. So Bellville Buraaqs is come from the Bellville. The Bellville is too far from here, and if you know, 2.5 hours they drive here to come for this competition. There are few teams this year who come from a very far, like Kitchener, Cambridge. They also come from the far place as well. And this is how the Toronto 360 is widening the viewership and how they are reaching out to the youngsters and the young family throughout the Ontario and Canada. This is the how we are, alhamdulillah, by the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are continuously doing this. So let's start the match, and Ibrahim, you want to say something before start the match?
Yeah, so I'm just really excited because now, like as I said last episode, we're in the semifinals and the questions are so much harder, and it's that much harder on the contestants because they're fasting, and they have to try to not let it get to them, and they have to answer to the best of their abilities. So I'm very excited to see that this round.
Okay, let's start. And which team you want to start?
I think
Bellville Buraaqs or Palestine Panther?
I think we'll start with the Palestine Panthers.
You want to start with Palestine Panther? Palestine Panther, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with Palestine Panther. So computer, bring the first question for Maryam and Zainab.
So the first question of the day is, how did Al-Ghazali become a scholar?
How did Al-Ghazali become a scholar?
Okay, so Abu Hamid Muhammad Al-Ghazali was orphaned at a young age, but despite these challenges, funds were found for him to pursue education and then a career, leading to him being recognized as a doctor of the sacred law, a lawyer, and a scholar.
MashaAllah, that is the correct and a complete answer, I can tell you. So that was, Al-Ghazali was really born as an orphan, and it's difficult for him financially to pursue his education, so he get the help from the community, right? And he was, alhamdulillah, get the support from the community and he studied there, and he was considered as a doctor of jurist. So I think that is a very complete answer, Maryam. You gave an excellent answer. Thank you. Once again, clap for the team, please. Okay, now the second question goes to Adam and Marwa. Are you ready, Marwa? Okay, let's computer bring the second question of first round for Marwa and Adam.
So your question is, where and when was Saladin born?
When and where was Salahuddin born?
He was born in 1187 in Tikrit, Iraq.
He was born in 1137. You say 87, this is 37. You make a mistake here. 1137 AD in Tikrit, Iraq, you mess up the question here. So that's not the correct answer. Because 1187 he conquered the Jerusalem, right? He was born in 1137. So that's the correct wrong answer. You lose a very important 3-point. That's why I say take your time, consult, let's discuss and come back. Don't in hurry. I know that you know the answer. You give the half answer correct here, that where he born. But I want to see when, right? That's the when is wrong, too much wrong. So I not consider this a point. It's a wrong answer. So let's have a chance or to Bellville Buraaqs. See, you have a great chance to win the first round. And Palestine Panther, don't worry. You still have a great chance. You don't know that what the Bellville Buraaqs will do next, right? Okay, so let's first ask the question with Hamza and Abdul Rafi.
Yeah.
Okay, computer, bring the first question for Hamza and Abdul Rafi. Okay.
So your question is, what was Muhammad al-Ghazali's greatest contribution to medieval Muslim thought?
The revivification of religious sciences, a 4-volume work composed in his period of withdrawal in the academic milieu of Baghdad.
Okay, let's see the answer. So the answer is the revivification of the religion sciences. That's correct. A 4-volume work composed in this period of withdrawal from the academic milieu of Baghdad. That's the correct answer. MashaAllah, Abdul Rafi and Hamza, you did a good job. You give a very complete answer and I want to see that. MashaAllah, you are well prepared. I can see Bellville Buraaqs is ready to give the tough time to Palestine Panther. Okay, now the pressure goes to Zain and Rafi. So computer, bring the second question for Rafi and Zain.
So your question to get the edge over the Palestine Panthers is, where was al-Ghazali born?
Town of Tas in eastern Pisa.
Okay, let's see the answer.
Persia.
Town of Tus in eastern Persia. That's the correct answer. MashaAllah, MashaAllah, that's the correct. You get a valuable 3 points. Valuable 3 points as compared to Palestine Panther. Because your small mistakes led you to lose the points. And that's what I see, that this is a tough competition, it looks like to me now. What do you think?
I think everyone has to take their time and give the answer after thinking and consulting with their teammate.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day, you have time, but if it's wrong, it's wrong.
Yes, because dates are mess up, right? Dates are important, but because you just 1137 I can see and 1187, they are very much similar, and you can make the mistakes, right? That's what I see the mistake. Okay, goes to the second round. You want to start with Bellville?
Yeah,
second
I think
round?
we'll start it back up with Bellville.
Bellville, okay. And I want to start with Zain.
Yeah.
How do you think?
Yeah, I think we'll start with Zain.
Start with Zain. Okay, second round, start the first question with Bellville Buraaqs. And the first question for the second round for Zain is...
What did Salahuddin study?
Quran, theology, astronomy, mathematics, and law.
Let's see. Quran and theology as well as astronomy, mathematics and law, and that's what a well preparation, mashallah. Excellent job, buddy. Zain, you are excellent, mashallah. You're doing excellent job. You're well prepared, alhamdulillah, that's good. So, mashallah, Bellville Buraaqs is not ready to lose really any point, right? And this was not an easy question as well. Okay, now question goes to Rafi. Rafi?
Your question is, who was Thabit ibn Qura?
He was a mathematician and astronomer born in present-day Turkey.
Okay, let's see. Thabit ibn Qura was an astronomer and mathematician born in the present-day Turkey. Wow. And I can tell you guys, how many people even know this person? Thabit ibn Qura, right? He's a really a science person, right? And we want to bring some of our heroes of Islam who work in the sciences, because we are thinking that we never did anything, right? Alhamdulillah, in our history, we did a lot of good work, right? And now in the present era as well, you will see a lot of Muslim scientists are working in the Western world. right? And they are excellent job. Even in the COVID time, there is one husband and wife, they research and they find out the vaccine for the. They are working for the big company, but they are behind the scene, they are working there as well. So Muslim contributions are there, lot in the present as well as in the past. And Thabit ibn Qurra is one of the person who is born in Turkey, who was a part of the Turkey, and he was a great astronomer, mathematician that born in Turkey. And a good job, give a clap to once again to Rafi, please. It's really hard question, Rafi, and you really make it. Now the third questions for Hamza, please.
Your question is, what did Al-Khawarizmi introduce to the West?
Al-Khwarizmi introduced Arabic numerals.
Arabic numeral, I think that's a correct answer. He gave the right answer, and Bellville don't want to lose. They want to win the trophy this year. And I can say that they are they have worked very hard, and it looks like this semi-final is going to be very tough again. Okay, now all the pressure goes to Abdul Rafi, right? Abdul Rafi, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, and you go through such situation many times, right? In the tournaments, and we always ask you the last question or the first question, and I know that is not an easy. So let's computer bring the last question of the second round for Bellville Buraaqs. Please question. Bring the question.
Your question is, who was Ibn Battuta?
Who was Ibn Battuta?
Ibn Battuta was a Moroccan traveler, and his journeys almost lasted for 30 years.
Okay, and do you want to add more? Okay, go ahead. Ibn Battuta was a Moroccan Muslim traveler. His journey lasted for the period of almost 30 years, and that's a great answer. MashaAllah, Abdul Rafi, you are good job. You did a good job. You put all the points. You say Moroccan Muslim traveler, 30 years. That two things I want to listen. And you give that both. MashaAllah. Give a clap to Abdul Rafi as well, please. Now is very much is you guys have to give the all answer number one, right? And they already get the 14 points, but don't lose the hope, because in the point table we count all the points, right? As well, right? That how much point each team get, right? This is also important, right? So if you're not taking the points, in the end there is a possibility that you will come in a different numbers, right? So every match is important and every question is important. Okay guys, don't lose hope, because the total number of whole matches is counted, and that team will be win. So don't lose hope. You still have to give the answer. Okay? So let's move on to question. To whom you want to ask the question?
I think we'll start it off with Eden.
Eden? Okay. Computer, bring the first question for Eden, please.
Your question is, what mathematical concept did Al-Khawarizmi develop?
He developed the concept of algorithms. Apparently, his algebra was, his computer science he was a grandfather of computer science, and his algebra was a foundation of science.
Okay, that's I think the most you hit it, that Al-Khawarizmi concept of algorithm in mathematics. That's the first hit you did, and is a grandfather of computer science. That's the second thing we will see that is a correct answer, and the Al-Khawarizmi is algebra is regarded as the foundation and the cornerstone of the science. So he really worked on this trend. It is your answer is correct. Okay, move on to the second questions, and as we all have to tell every time, the Palestine Panthers is sponsored by Auto Emporium, and Bellville Buraaqs is sponsored by ICNA Relief Canada. So second question to Marwa. Computer, bring the second question for Marwa, please.
What were some of Salahuddin Ayyubi's accomplishments?
What were some of Salahuddin's accomplishments?
He built many schools and institutes in his journey and his quest for peace.
Okay, so let's give the answer. Salahuddin built many schools. hospital, institutions, correct. And intellectual civic achievement, he was also determined to bring justice and peace. Yes, you hit the peace as well. I take this point as a correct. Answer is correct, and you will get the 2 points. So, mashallah, Marwa, that's a correct answer. And let's move on to the third question with the Zainab, right?
Yeah.
Computer, bring the third question for Zainab, please.
Your question is, who was Ibn Rushd?
Who was Ibn Rushd? And how many people in the audience know that who is Ibn Rushd? I know that you are watching the television, but how many people really know? Let's see, Zainab know who is Ibn Rushd?
Ibn Rushd was a he was a one of the greatest thinkers and scientists of Islam.
Greatest thinker and scientist
in Islamic history.
Islamic history, and you want to add anything else, Zainab?
In the medieval Islamic times.
And in the medieval, let's see the answer. So Ibn Rushd was the greatest thinker and scientist of the history. That's the correct answer. Yes, I want to see the correct answer is there. So and she put that greatest thinker and the scientist of the history, and Ibn Rushd was very famous actually, and he bring a modern world Islamic philosophy. He tried to bring to the philosophy of today's that time era philosophy of the modern world, and he related to the Islam as well. So he did a great job as well. Now the last questions to Maryam. Maryam, I see your smile on the face. I want to see the smile because not a stress answers. You know everything. Inshallah. Let's computer bring the fourth question for Maryam, please.
Your question is, how many years did the Ayyubid Empire have rule of Jerusalem?
How many years Ayyubid ruled Jerusalem?
For 72 years.
72 years is the correct answer. So, mashallah, that's the end of the round, and we will see that that 11 points get by Palestine Panthers, and 14 points will get by Bellville Buraaqs. So, who will be the winner?
I think Bellville won this round.
Bellville Buraaqs will this match today. Congratulations, Bellville. You did a good job. You do the journey of 2.5 hours. You proved that you are well prepared this year. And I can tell you this team is entirely a different team of last year. Bellville is well prepared, I can say. They are going to ready to give the tough time to all the teams. I was really impressed what their preparation is today. And I hope that Bellville Buraaqs will also have an equal chance to win this tournament this year. Inshallah, give once again a big clap for Bellville Buraaqs, please. So me and Ibrahim will come back again tomorrow with the newer episode of the semi-final. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.